Welcome to Oregon Cash Flow Pro. We're going to update our H.Y.D.E portfolio for September 21, 2025. What a week in the market. The portfolio is up and looking good. This is what we want to see, folks. Let's start with the Roth accounts. You can see our current dividend income, $33.94. I think that's up a little bit from last week because lfgy kicked out a little higher dividend. ULTY was a little higher dividend. qdte was, I think, just a little bit lower, but xbty, coyy, and blox should all be slightly higher. Look at these greens. Now, we haven't gotten the dividend yet from xbty, but the price did drop due to the dividend coming out. So that one's actually green as well. So we've got a lot of green in here. lfgy having a great couple of weeks. This is our largest position, dollar-wise. And to see it come back strong, we're up 7% after accounting for all the dividends that it's paid out. So we really like where that position's going. You can see our months until money printing kind of holding steady. Here's our distributions for this week. You can see we're up a little bit from last week. And last week, I think we had a payout that we didn't have this week. No, not in this one. That's in our other one. In our Roth accounts, we did get all the payouts. So we did see a slight increase. And here's what it looks like in a bar chart form. And we actually added some new things on the spreadsheet. So check this out. In the bar chart, we added how much dividends have been paid out, the current share price. Here's the total with the dividends and the current share price. And then here's our cost. And you can see that over here as well. So lfgy looking really good. In fact, all of these, except for msty, I think are positive when we look at the total. Well, xbty, but that one, the dividend will kick out and will be higher. But all positive except for msty when we look at the total compared to the cost. You love to see it, folks. Here's our cost basis tab. You can see we added a little bit. We added some more blocks into one of ours, 100 of those. We added 55 total of coyy. Correction, 59 to coyy. Our current total across all of our brokerages, and then here's the individual brokerages. We created this spreadsheet based off of the spreadsheet from Dividends on Repeat, and I had to make it available to handle multiple brokerages, and I also wanted it to be able to track the average cost when we buy and sell shares, which some brokers are not good at that. So this spreadsheet accounts for it. And then we also added these neat bar charts that you can get a good visual on how everything's working. So if you want access to this spreadsheet for tracking your own H.Y.D.E portfolio, it's available in our Discord. You can join the Discord by joining the channel here on YouTube or by becoming a Patreon. It's as little as $1 a month, gets you into our Discord, and then you can get this spreadsheet and any of the other ones that we're working on. qdte challenge, the $34,000 0% interest credit card challenge. So like we're tracking spreadsheets on these things, and those are available to our Discord members. There's no extra cost on those. You just got to join it though. And again, it's only $1, and that keeps the trolls out. Let's take a look and see the diversity of our portfolio. So we added a little bit more to Nicholas. So this one's gone up. It's pulled the yield max part of the portfolio down a bit. We're still not where we would like to be. We want to get yield max under 50% in general. So we're still working towards that goal. But essentially, we're tracking the amount of our portfolio that's invested with any particular ETF here so that we make sure we have a good diversification. Let's take a look at our non-qualified funds. Non-qualified, we're at 2472. Amount of dividend projection each month based on the current dividends. Look at all this green. I'd love to see that green. Up 6.7%, 6.77%. And we haven't accounted for the xbty dividends yet. So that's going to end up pushing that positive, and we're going to be closer to 7%. Coyy still leading the way with months until money printing with 8 to go, followed by xbty and then ULTY and msty. But blox has been really rocking it. We're up 14% on this position when you account for the dividends. And we've only had this position for less than a month. Over here on our Roth account, this was also kind of the big winner, but we've added to this position. So it's only showing 8% up. Here in the non-qualified, we didn't add anything yet to it. And so like it's really up since we first bought it. Pretty cool. because their goal is NAV growth, as well as kicking out close to a 36% dividend. So we should expect about a 3-year payback on this from the dividends alone, but hopefully we're going to be getting NAV growth as well. Take a look at the distributions. You can see we're slightly down from last week. Part of that is because we did get a payout from gdxy and bito. So bito and gdxy are both one-time payments each month. So when we account for those, we actually got more of a payout this week than last week when we're not accounting for those, because overall the dividends did go up slightly. So we like to see that. There it is in your bar chart. And here's our cost basis one. Like to see all these yellows outpacing the green. Really like this one. You can see we're almost even on lfgy with our cost basis. And this is our biggest position. So lfgy really had a nice last couple of weeks. Here on the cost basis, we didn't add anything this week in these accounts. And mostly because I was looking to buy the dip and it didn't dip. So we're going to accumulate that cash, and we will probably be adding more as soon as we get any type of a dip. And if we take a look at the different funds, we got Yield Max under 50%, Round Hill at 20, Granite Shares at 22, we got Nicholas at 6, and Pro Shares at 4. So we do plan on adding more to that blox. That blox position has been really good. Also want to add more to this one, Pro Shares. I expect that one to do good. Ultimately, it pays out once a month, which is a little slow. I don't like waiting a month for those payouts where I can decide whether to put it back in or deploy it somewhere else. But it's a really good dividend percentage. So we will be expanding that one. But we're going to look at some opportunities to get some more blocks, some more Pro Shares, and hopefully we get a chance to add to coyy. Now, coyy had a really good week as well, but that's because it trades against a 2x Coinbase ETF, and Coinbase shot up a lot one of the days. Well, that 2x one went up 16%, and coyy only sells puts against that one. So it did not go up 16%, but all of those puts expired worthless. So we got the maximum amount of income, but with the underlying 2x ETF going up 16%, if there's a pullback on that next week, it's going to hurt us more than help us, because they're going to sell puts closer to that 16% gain, which puts us in a vulnerable position, especially because that's a 2x one. So if it retraces next week or the week after, we're going to take a bigger hit than we otherwise would if it went up a little more slowly. So got to be careful with that one. But all in all, we're in a really good position with that particular one. We are definitely going to look to buy the dip if it does retrace. That's all I've got for you this week on the H.Y.D.E portfolio. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Happy to answer all of those, and we will see you next week. The next 20 seconds determine your future. Subscribe, meet with me, or continue educating yourself with these videos right over here. I appreciate you. Now go maximize your cash flow.